She needs safe space, someone to reward, never to ignore. She needs space, someone to respect, open intellect. We need safe space, got to regulate, try to balance the way. We need safe space. I need safe space. Yeah, principal says, welcome to my office, you can come on in. I want to introduce you to a whole new lens. We all process stress, we don't understand. State-dependent function, let's come up with a plan. Life starts with a heartbeat. Heard you made some hard beats. I'ma check the music class, get you an extra seat, cause you need unity. It's all about community, building opportunities for healthy continuity. It's gonna take much more than you and me, but you can see we extra deep. We got teachers, counselors, and even celebs. Everybody's involved in the therapeutic web. It's not a quick start, but it's more like a marathon. Dosing and spacing, just to help you carry on. It's about time that we make this change. Trauma-informed movement, educating your brain. He needs safe space, someone to relate, help him to be great. She needs safe space, someone to reward, never to ignore. They need safe space, someone to respect, over intellect. We need safe space, got to regulate, try to balance the way. You need safe space. I need safe space. Safe space. Safe space.
Welcome. Music for your mental health. Thursday nights, a fun time, a fun place. Man, we power back tonight, guys. It's about to go down. We're about to hear some stories. Down. Get the fire extinguishers, y'all.
Snap.
What's up, family? Yo, I am super excited. Y'all just have no idea, man. I know we're all excited tonight. Got the family on here.
It's an exciting night.
Yes.
It's a good time to be alive right now.
Let's do this, man.
Man, fix that camera, man, so we can see y'all.
Our camera?
Yeah.
Oh, fix it. Can you do 1 and 2? You do 2 cameras?
I see the space between y'all.
I know.
It's
super green.
I'm seeing the green screen. I'm like, where
I don't see no healthy connection or communication between you and Sean right now.
Come on, man. Okay, my guy is fixing us up in here.
Oh, there it is. There we go.
Are we good now?
Yeah, active.
Yeah.
Brothers.
All right, we good.
Definitely on Sean. So Sean, you gotta just do all the talking now.
Oh, now it's on nobody.
Whoa, wait a minute.
There it is.
We good now?
Okay, there we go.
All
right,
cool.
We all tapped in.
All right, beautiful. Man, so let's do this, man. My name is Oscar Jackson, CEO, Music for Your Mental Health.
My name is Sean Lewis, Curriculum Director for Music for Your Mental Health.
Yo, I'm Jay Vincent B, COO of Music for Your Mental Health. I'll pass it to the lady of the team.
Yo, it's Alicia Cherie, the CBO or Chief Brand Officer of Music for Your Mental Health. Stevie!
And I'm Stevie McBride. I am the Clinical Director of Music for Your Mental Health.
And last but certainly not least, I am
the least.
Far from the least, bro.
Wow, that brotherly love is strong today.
Brotherly love.
It's been a while. It's been a while, Thumpo. Sorry. I just called you Thumpo on the podcast.
Bro,
Oh man, we
With
starting.
the heat.
I'll see you next Thursday. See you next Thursday.
Better come in with 2 turkey legs for your boy.
All right. Anyways, more importantly, Sean McBride. That is not my brother, and I am the CFO of Music for Your Mental Health.
we denying bloodshed. Wow.
On Thanksgiving, huh?
On Thanksgiving. It's gonna be powerful tonight. I told y'all we're gonna have a fight. It's UFC / Music for Your Mental. Yo, so I think we have a beautiful guest here tonight. Our brother. I'm gonna let Jay go ahead and bring him in.
Oh, for sure. Man, this dude is a brother from another mother. We met over 17 years ago in sunny Riverside, California.
That's a grown kid right there.
Yeah.
Hey.
Dude is a talented songwriter, rapper on the low. Hooper, producer, pianist, husband and father. My guy, young Smoke Loke himself, Eric Tucker in the building. How you feeling?
What's good, man?
Yeah,
What up?
Bro, I'm happy to be on the show, man. What? This is just a family affair right here. This is like
family ties.
This is just a barbecue.
This is just
a barbecue.
Come on.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
This is what we do. You know what I mean? Like we've been, bro. It's funny because right before we went live, Haskell, I was like joking. I was like, wait a minute, hey Stevie, can I cuss? Because that's how I was getting way too comfortable. He was like, hold on, we live now. Like YouTube got a little bit of a sensory thing. Let's try to stay away from that. I was like, okay, so I can't be my complete self, how we really are.
How we really be talking.
The people gonna get like, you know what I'm saying, they're gonna feel the love and they're gonna feel the history. They're gonna know it, man. By the time
I tell you what, bro, if you feel the need and it's just like coming out of your pores and you just gotta do it, we're here to create a safe space for you because we don't want you to cuss us out because you don't have a safe space.
That's it.
So you be you, man. We here to learn about you and to create a space for you, brother.
Oh man, y'all know, y'all my brothers, man. What's cool about this is like I think this is like one of my first podcasts that I've ever been on, and this is to me it's the best way to do it, man. To be with my fam, to be with everybody I'm comfortable with. You know, a lot of these stories, y'all are part of them. You know what I mean? And y'all and you got to see the growth. You know.
Yeah.
And I think it's cool for the listeners to like, you know, get a little insight on the story. You know, a little BTS, if you will.
Exactly.
I don't even know. Oh, behind the scenes. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Come on, man. You
Sean,
allow Stevie to pile up on ammo on you?
Look, man, I just got out. So, like, I don't know everything. I don't know what the kids talking about these days.
What?
Just got out from behind the bars.
From behind the bars, bro. I'm fresh out, man.
Literally.
Cut is black.
Literally. So let's jump in, man. One of the things we do, Smoke, is we open up with our highs, our lows, and what does our self-care look like. So let's start it off. Maybe one of you guys can start it off, give an example of it, and then let's let Smoke run with that.
Okay. Man, my high for the week. Man, one high for this week is I found out that one of the actually mental health podcast that I did the music for. Shout out to Steve for the plug. They are submitting that podcast for a Peabody Award.
Wow.
What? So yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah. And so
I meant to tell you that. I meant to tell you that because I knew all about it. He was like, who did the music?
Yes, go.
Bro, I've been so busy. It's been nuts.
Yeah. So they hit me up like they hit me up like, hey, like
yeah.
Yeah, so that was dope. Like to find that out. Yeah, that was definitely a high. Low for the week. Didn't really have any lows. No lows this week. And then self-care. Man, self-care just got the fresh cut, which is always great for my self-care, for my confidence, and just taking care of myself. Look good, feel good, perform well. So yeah, those are my three.
Nice. So Smoke, you can follow suit, man.
Okay, I see where you're going with it.
Yeah.
All right. I think for the high this week. Okay, well, I gotta give a little backstory.
All right.
I had my studio maybe like in May, the roof pretty much like it got rain, like the rain started coming into the building. It was like my room and 3 other rooms, because it's kind of a lockout situation where there's like 10 or 12 studios in this one building. So the 3 or 4 rooms that got hit I was in that. So I immediately, like the next day, packed up, moved all my stuff. So it's been kind of like an up and down battle trying to find a new space. But a high this week is I found a potential spot, man.
All right.
I found a potential spot. So I think, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna keep it in prayer, but I think I'm gonna pull the trigger on a spot. And then
nice.
And then, but a low this week, I was going to my apartment gym pretty much every day. Like the goal was to go every single day. And then I get this, I go like 2 weeks straight. And then on Monday, I get this email that's like, we regret to inform you that we will be closing the gym for 2 weeks for like floor construction or something, right? Yeah, right. But I kind of flipped that today because another high that I could say that was tight is that I went and I try to like get this. I'm trying to like get my mile down. So this was my first time getting a mile in, like off the treadmill, I guess you could say, in a long time. And this was my so I got my fastest mile, which is like not that fast, according to like probably Stevie and Sean, but like bad. It was like 9 or 10 minutes to try to 9 minutes to try to get a mile in, and now I'm knocking it down to like 8, and I'm gonna try to get it down to like 7, and the goal is to just try to like get the mile faster. And today was like the fastest mile I was able to do. It was like right in like around 8.
That's why your name is Smokey. You smoking, bro. Smoking him. Nice, man. So is that a part of your self-care as well?
That's then I was gonna say that was definitely my self-care is been running. So it's like that thing that I'm just like I have to do every day. So whether it's just like the treadmill, and I guess now since the gym's kind of closed, I'm gonna implement the outdoor running. But it's just been kind of a thing. So I've been locked in now on running 3 weeks straight. So it's been my thing. It's like it's almost borderline like meditation. It's like you get out there, you run for a mile. Sometimes you just feel like you can keep going. You get into that second mile, and now you're just kind of like going, and you're just thinking about moves and thinking about, your focus, and you're not really distracted by anything because you're like low key like too tired to be looking at phones. You just was like you're here the whole time when you're running, and you're only thinking about what's really going on in your head in that moment, and there's no distractions. So that's been kind of like that's been my self-care, man. It's jogging.
There you go.
I like it, bro. I like it.
Man, one quick question, man. How long is your hair now, man? What's going on with the hair, bro? How long is your hair, dude?
Bro, the hair now is like down to my ankles, man. Basically, at this point.
Are you serious?
Hey, you know what? Right after this, I'm getting braided, and I got it all tucked under the hat. But when I take it out, it's like past my waist. For real though, it's past my waist.
I believe that.
Yeah,
that's a cool way of saying down to my.
We ain't even going there, Sean.
Right.
I like it, bro.
Nice.
No, and a funny thing, and even like a funnier thing is I cut it recently.
What made you cut it though?
I just never, I with my hair, like I don't have any like I don't have any secrets. I just get it braided and wash it. I don't do anything to it, and it just so talking to like friends and stuff, they're like, "Hey, yo, you're supposed to like cut your hair every 3 months." I haven't cut my hair in 10 years.
Man, these ladies about to be mad at you, bro. Like, he don't do what?
Like, maybe wash it, maybe put some coconut oil in there, and that's it.
See, coconut oil about to go up right now because
they be like, wait,
wait a minute, he said coconut.
Make sure you cop that Dyles Mavis coconut oil.
Smoky flavor.
Hey, come on, Jay. Now you got me thinking. That got to be my merch. What?
There you go.
Hey, at first we just gonna take somebody else's and slap my own brand on top.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Man, well, before we jump into the first topic, man, we gotta know like how you guys, just a little bit of background. There's so many different parts to y'all. Help us understand those different parts, because you got a group, you got dorm living, you got college, you seeing each other get married, kids, all this. It's just so many elements to y'all, man. Just kind of help us understand what this dynamic is, because it's super powerful. We all know before y'all was Dyles Mavis, y'all had another name. Let's go, man.
Just go, baby.
Y'all tag team, make it happen.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Oh man, come on, dog.
Come on, man.
Oh wait, hey Jay, I'll kick it off with this, and then then we can pick up, because I'll start it from the beginning, and then we can get like, a little like, we can do a nutshell the rest of it. You know what I'm saying? But like, I basically, man, I remember first getting this college around 17, and to be honest, not knowing what I wanted to do with life. It was like, you don't know what you want to do. Pops was like, go to college or go to the military. Just do something though. So I went to college, and not no lie though, this is not even exaggerating. Sean and Jay, I probably met the first week of school. These are like the first guys I meet, and the way that we met, and I was like, I don't really know what I'm doing here, but I do know how to hoop. So I'm gonna go to the basketball courts. I was like, hey, where does everybody go hoop? So me and my partner, close friend of mine, Ray, who was a year older than me, that started going to UCR before, he took me to the courts and we were hooping. And I was at every single day, 5 p.m. on the dot, regular scheduled program. Sean and Jay pulled up to one session, and the way, God has it, me, Sean, and Jay end up on the same team, right?
Wow.
And just start running through everybody. Boom, never leaving the court. We had Ray on the team.
running
through.
Yeah, that was
never leaving the court. Like, okay, 11-7 next, 13-5 next. Sean's over here dunking on people. Jay's shooting 3-pointers from half court. I'm over here doing old school and one mixtape moves, trying to do stuff.
We need to have somebody in the bleachers, man, telling that same story. That's like an Iverson story, bro.
I'm telling you, And that was our hoop session. And then that was the way that we really like became friends, was literally that hoop session. Kind of shook hands, left, and then just crossed paths the next day in school. And then Sean was like, bro, let me take you up to Jay's dorm, because they got this little kick it area in the dorm, and let's just hang out, shoot some pool, and just kick it. And it was literally like that quick, man. I never really built a relationship with anybody that fast. You know what I mean? It usually takes some time, but it was literally in the course of like maybe a 2-week situation. You know, we just connected, and then like really like became best friends, man. And the funny thing about the music is that none of us knew that I was a singer and Jay was an accomplished piano player from childhood and Sean could rap. None of that. No one even knew about that. We just knew about hooping, and that was it. And maybe like, you know, trying to talk to some girls or something. That's it. That was it. That's all we would build our relationship on. And I was like, and then next thing you know, Jay, you over here, we're shooting pool in the dorm room. And in the corner of high school, this is out of a movie too. This is a documentary. They got this rusty piano.
Oh yeah.
Corner that nobody really played.
You remember that?
They just threw it. Yeah. S-Dot was
they in the same area.
S-Dot was
I
right
pulled
there.
up on a couple of those pool sessions. Next thing you know, we start freestyling.
You part of this too.
S-Dot was right there.
Jay, no one knows that Jay could play the keys. Maybe Sean knew. Next thing you know, Jay walks over to the piano and just starts like, turns into like Dr. Dre / Mozart / like playing hip hop songs, playing a song that just came out yesterday. Like, how do you know what I'm saying? Like, he just knowing how to play the chords, and then next thing you know, it's like that was like God being like, boom. And we just gravitated toward that piano, and it was like, all right, this is something else. This is a whole nother thing, bro.
Man, I never knew that, man. I wonder if that piano's still there.
It's there. It gotta be.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
Man, okay. So that's when y'all realized that's what y'all gonna be doing. From that point on, music was the glue. You would say that?
I think so, man.
Music, basketball, and just chilling was the glue for you guys.
Oh yeah. And it can't leave out God either. Because like one of the first things that Jay showed me, he was like, I write songs. And I was like, you know, like, this is God, why is this out of a movie? I sing. Like, it was one of them moments. Like, Jay pulls out this like notebook of like, I got 50 songs that I wrote in this notebook. He turned into Duck from Straight. I got these songs. I got the songs in my notebook, and then he got the chord progressions to go with the notebook. And then I picked the paper up and I just started singing it. And the first song, like one of the first songs, was like a gospel song Jay wrote. You know what I mean?
Wow.
And Jay's like kind of feeding the melody to me. And then I'm looking at the lyrics and I'm just singing the melody that he's feeding me while he's playing keys. And it's like the fact that it just happens in minutes, where it's like, and Jay's looking at me like, I didn't even know you could sing, bro. And I was like, I didn't even know you were Duck from Heartbeat. I didn't even know you were like that. Bro, the musical genius. And the thing about the music too, I'll say with Jay, is like the chords, nothing was written. It's just like, it's like a paper with lyrics, and then he just starts playing the chord progression. Like, oh yeah, this is how the song goes for this. And I'm like, oh man, this is crazy. This is something else, man. And then, I can't leave out Sean Don. This is how I knew Sean Don was a crazy spitter. I'm aging us right now, but
crazy spitter.
No, crazy. He was ridiculous. It's like I was like, I was calling Sean, be like, hey yo, man, I was trying to come up to the dorm or something to kick it there. I was trying to like play pool or something, and it kept going to the voicemail, but I would hang it up before I would listen to the whole thing. But in them days, you would either like make your own voicemail by like putting the song to the speaker, and it'd be a popular record. So, but Sean's voicemail was, I think it was like a beat. I don't know if it was like a Nelly instrumental or something, and it's Sean freestyling his whole voicemail.
What?
Before the dial tone hits, before you leave a voicemail. And I was like, man, who is this rapping? This is hard. And then when I ran into him in person, I was like, yo, bro, who is that rapping on your voicemail, man? What is that? And he was like, oh, that's just some bull that I came up with the homies, you know, back at home. I was just messing around. And I was like, bro, you got a great rapping voice, bro. Even through the phone. This is not like professional recording. This is just phone spitting into the thing, on beat, pocket fire. Everything is hard, bro. And I was like, oh, Sean, I can't leave that story out, bro.
Let's go. Sean Don.
That was a good time in life.
I think D Lee was in the background. Like y'all was really rapping this like a show. Like y'all, your voice sounded like,
yeah, bro. He was doing like, all my ad libs. shout out to D Lee. Trained with Dwayne. It's another day one since day one. But anyways, my bad. Go ahead.
But I had to just say that story because that like so people could see like that there was like a crazy foundation that this was built on, that you just can't like, somebody just can't put this together. You know what I mean? God had to like put this together. That couldn't have been more organic, you know?
That's lovely, man. So from there, fast forward into the next chapter, you guys became a group. How'd y'all come up with the first name of the group?
Oh, that's on Sean. Sean, you gotta tell that story.
All right. So Smoke, he laid the foundation. We definitely bonded over basketball and breezies. basketball beats and breezes.
Safe space.
All right. So for like the first, I don't know, month, like that's all we did. Like go to the courts. We'll go to a party and play some video games. And I think one day, J-Bone was in the room, was in the dorm, and it was a beat on. And then I started like fake freestyling, like saying some stupid stuff or whatever. And then Jay, you know how Jay is. If you ever heard Jay freestyle, it's not fake at all. It's like I'm just playing around, and then you know he just picks up where I left off at, and I was like, yo, that's tight, bro. Like, what song is that? He's like, I was just freestyling. I was like, wait, what? Like that was a freestyle? All right, this makes no sense. So anyway, I was like, yo, just write that down. Like, you write that down. I'm gonna write something to that because that was just dope. Fast forward, we show Smoke that. Like, pull the beat up, Smoke comes in, he's like, oh yeah, bro, like y'all making music in here? Smoke literally laces a hook like on the spot, and then we're just like vibing, like, yo, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but we sound good together. And then literally,
it's just pure authentic, just authentic.
It's like that quick.
Literally
it really was.
Wow.
It really was.
We're in the dorms, door open, like just you know, vibing. And a chick walks by the dorm and was like, hey, are you guys a group? Jay, you remember that? She was like, I forgot her name, but she was like, hey, are you guys a group? And we started laughing, and she was like, you guys should be a group. And I'd never seen her again. Like, it was like an angel just came by.
Wow.
Her name was Angel.
To this day, like, I don't even know who she was.
Her name was Angel.
He was like, yo, you guys should be a group. And we were like, kind of looked at each other. It's like, yeah, that'd be tight, you know? Yeah. Anyways, fast forward from there. I think S. Dot, I don't know if he pulled up first or
you gotta give S. Dot
Yeah, we went to S Dot.
Yeah, we went to S Dot.
I know
Hey,
I had you guys in my dorm room one of them times
So,
recording some of your
the day
sessions.
we formed a group. We knocked on S Dot's door, like, we're a
So
group.
that's how it went. Okay, so I don't think S Dot was our very first producer. Like S Dot was the first person that was like, "Yo, let's get this on wax." This is before we even had a group name. Like S Dot was just right there, like, "Yo, for sure, like, yo, this is tight. Let's get this on wax." And I think, like, you are the first person to ask us, like, "So what's your group name?" And I think on the CD, like, because we had CDs back then, like, we just burnt it straight off
to the Memorex.
And we just was like straight to the Memorex.
Memorex, yeah.
And then we was like, "Yo, man, it's just us." Like, and we just wrote "Just Us" on the CD, just us. And
wow.
Yeah, then we all kind of had a copy. We was just like sharing like our little first demo, and and they were like, "Just us," like, "Just us," like, "Who's this Just Us?" And all of a sudden it kind of just stuck. Like, we wasn't even trying to make the name, but that was what was written on the CD. So it was S Dot. S Dot wrote our name in stone.
That's crazy, man.
S Dot wrote.
What you got to say about that, bro?
Man.
I remember that the day that Kenny was holding the mic.
You know it was.
Yo,
he was holding the karaoke mic at the time, because we couldn't even afford the actual legit condenser mics. But Kenny was holding the karaoke mic. I was trying to engineer everything on Audition, and we were rapping to some instrumentals. Y'all were killing. I remember that.
Wow.
Oh, that's what's up, man. S Dot, our first engineer, first producer, man. That's
straight out the dorm room. Like, literally, we was in the dorm room. Like, we just closed the door.
Shout out to S Dot, man. Shout out to S
Dot, man.
I had no idea, man. Wow.
Man, like, when we say we go back, we all go back.
There you go.
Good looking.
That's fire, man. So when you guys finally formed the group, did you guys do any talent shows or showcases at the school?
Sure.
Oh, all of them, man. I remember we would, man, all of them, bro. And I felt like, and then, like, especially this group, like us, S Dot, Alicia, we would always, like, if it was whatever talent show was going on, you would find us on that list. You know, it didn't, because they'd had so many different open mic. They'd have like little pop-up shows at Apollo night. They had all kinds of like just different avenues. Like, they had this one thing in the barn where I think it was just like I feel like it was an open mic or something. And then we would go in there and just like freestyle off a beatbox. Like, each person in the group would take turns beatboxing for the other person. You know, it was just any way that you could perform. What's so beautiful about it is, like, it didn't matter. One mic, no mics. If there was opportunity, like, sometimes you'd have it to where, like, somebody would literally have a small CD player boombox, and then you would bring your CD with the instrumental on it. And if it wasn't loud enough, that's what it is. It don't matter.
Yeah.
And you would just get down at any function, anything you can do. I don't care. I remember us just rocking everything.
So okay, so let's go from there. When you guys figured you did the talent shows, and then you fast forwarded, a lot of fast forwarding, actually.
Yeah.
And then what was the next big thing? You guys changed the name of the group, or what was something big that happened?
Man, I think before we changed the name of the group, you had to mention that whole period where we were writing songs and we became a production team. And
yeah. Can't leave that
writing
out.
songs for Interscope artists. And that was huge. Like, that was like, we made it, fellas.
Hey, tell
man.
tell the story of how we even got the Interscope.
Oh yeah, that's all smoke.
Oh yeah. No, let's see the Interscope. Okay, going back to that Memorex thing, man. We had bro, okay, you can't skip this story though, Sean. Bro, we went high school. We literally, man, tried to do everything. I remember we had 3 laptops and we had 3 laptops going all night long,
Oh,
burning like 3 songs
so
onto
my bad.
a
So this is so the reason that all came about, we had this great idea. I think it was like this was year one, and we were like, yo, we were like, we're gonna pass out as many CDs as we can at the end of what was it, grad night at
no,
Disneyland?
yeah. We went up to Disneyland and we're like, we're gonna pass out as many, like I think it ended up being 400 burn CDs that we handed out to students and everybody that whoever we passed by.
Yo, yeah, and I think that was how our CD got in the mix with people from LA.
Well, I'll go into that.
Go into that.
I'll go into that. So with that whole like mentality that we had was of like burning as many CDs and handing them out. It was like everywhere. It doesn't matter where we went. I would hand out CDs. And the one particular story, which the detail from this is, one of my family was getting their hair cut, and they're like, "Let's go to he goes to this barber in Long Beach." And I go out there and I have the CDs on deck everywhere we go. I don't care. So I'm handing them out to everybody in the barbershop. I'm handing them to the barber. The dude, I'm getting put on the spot. They're like, "Yo, what do you do?" I'm like singing on the spot in a barbershop, people joining in like it's a quartet. I'm singing in this barbershop, and I was like, and at the end of that whole situation, the barber that was cutting my boy's hair, his wife and family worked at Interscope. So
wow, that was the connection.
So the connection ended up going to the barber. The barber handed it off, and then when we got the phone call, we were like in class. I was in class. I got a phone call, and they're like, "This is so and so from Interscope. We wanted to come down and meet you guys." And I didn't believe it at first, but they're like, "We'll come." I was like, "We're in Riverside," and dude pulled up to Sean's apartment with me, Jay. We had like a keyboard and like a mini studio in there, and when dude pulled up, we like pressed play on as many songs as we could. Like we just like were performing in the living room. We were just rocking. And then that was kind of like what solidified everything. And then we would get invited to go to a studio that they owned in Van Nuys, where like, those stories are crazy too. I'm talking about like
Did y'all happen to record that moment? Did you happen to videotape that moment?
We videotaped like one moment of us like signing some paperwork. Remember that time in the studio? In the studio.
Yeah.
But I think everything else, man, is like legendary stuff, man. Like
wow.
There's times where like crazy stories happen. There's like Polo the Don. I remember told us about our music. He was like, "Hey," he's like, "I really love your music. Your songs are great, but I would like to give you some advice and give you some production advice on how to like open your sound up sonically." Like that was something that he was like that stuck with me when he said that. So like, let me know we was doing something right. Shout out to the interns, co-signing too. They would let us sit in their studio and watch them make beats and watch their whole process of how they wrote songs. Like I remember seeing them. They'll do like one 8-hour session where they tracked these writers, the Jackie Boys, and they made the beat, wrote the song, tracked it. Like the whole process, it was
And
amazing.
Seeing their maturation in the music business was just crazy, man. They started working with everybody.
Yeah.
Remember that time we were on FaceTime with Justin Bieber, Sean?
Justin Bieber, yeah, bro.
He was like 13 years old, and we were on FaceTime.
Justin Bieber. This was Justin Bieber before he was Justin Bieber. It was hilarious.
Yeah, man. It was just like those things are just priceless memories. Like I feel like we grew because there's to keep it like completely honest. Like when you get into like those situations, you're just trying to be like, you're just like, even if you don't know what's going on in there, like there's things in there that are just foreign, like maybe like mixing, for instance, or like a lot of the gear that you get in there and you're used to like recording on like an interface with like one input in a laptop, and then you get into a studio with like an SSL board and preamps and compressors, and you looking at stuff, you don't know what it is, but you gotta just go in and just like figure it out. You know, I feel like we grew so much, man, during that time.
Completely different world, man. Check it out. Time is flying right now. Like,
I know, right?
Oh my goodness, bro!
I want to make sure. We at least show the video. Is the video gonna be queued up? We got a video. It's already queued up.
Good to go.
Okay.
Y'all definitely got to do a part 2.
We got to do a part 2.
We got to do a
like,
part
because
2.
I know the story. Like, because I'm not even in there yet.
I know.
No, exactly.
I ain't even in there yet either.
I know.
And there's Stevie not in there. Najee poured water on his chest, ain't in there.
Hey, no. Haskell.
I know. Haskell not even in there yet either.
Bro,
I ain't even like,
no, we gotta. I know, like this ought to be like even our sessions with you is a hard part too, because I feel like to keep it a buck with you, man. Our first like experience with getting produced, was you.
Was with
what?
Haskell,
bro. Nobody else can get credit for that, man.
That's
you,
crazy.
Bro. Like the first time we were ever produced was you, man, and no, that was like. It's crazy, man. Shout out to Nas for that.
Man, I really took a liking to y'all, man. The energy, the rapping, the singing, the harmonies, the musicianship. Dude, y'all was like mint condition, bro. It was like, it was a respect for the craft, for some young brothers doing it the way y'all did it. Was just, I was like, wow, they really get this thing. Y'all get it. So I fell in love with it, man. I was like, I was a fan as well as a big bro, but I was a fan too. So man. For sure,
bro. Come on, that's like so many stories, bro. Alicia, man, remember it? Alicia was rocking with us in studio sessions. Alicia was performing with us.
Alicia was like, literally our first background singer, like
first one ever.
First background singer.
Shout out,
really the biggest fan.
First lady that was on stage with us, Alicia. Come on, man.
First lady of Dyles Mavis. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Like she put together a 3-piece like ladies singing group for us. Like they was working on like harmonies behind us.
I didn't even know this. I didn't even know that part.
Alicia was instrumental in our performance days.
What? Yeah, we gotta have a part 2, Stevie.
We gotta have a part 2.
This is crazy.
Steve, come on, man. You know how you contributed, bro. Stevie would be there. Stevie usually be at like a lot of the that pre-production phase. Haskell, like when you like when it's like we would have like a beat, like maybe me or Jay or Sean, whoever made the beat, we would have this little thing where we would do this specifically in Compton at your house, Sean, where we would like present a new beat or something or a new idea. If I had a new beat, we would go into the garage at the house. I would press play on the beat, and it was like that energy, just like the four of us gathered, like the song just like would just come out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Stevie got Barz.
Stevie started out as our focus group. It was just Stevie. It was just
come on, Stevie.
He was our focus group.
Stevie was doing the work back then.
Stevie was doing the work back then. And then all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, Stevie just started dropping bars. And we were like, hold on, Lance.
like verses. He's like, okay, this is what the song's about. I got this whole verse written.
Like
this subject.
This is what I think. Yeah. And I was like, dang, Stevie,
oh yeah.
That's dope.
This is hard. And
speaking of parts being played, let's go ahead and introduce this this song, which Stevie was instrumental in.
Yeah, introduce the song, brother.
All right. Oh man, there's a great story behind this song too, but we'll get back to that later. So Glasses, ladies and gentlemen, is one of our favorite songs of all time. Produced, written, directed by by all of the above. We'll let the video play, speak for itself, and then we'll break it down.
Let's go.
Oh yeah. Shout out to the Braille Institute.
Yeah. Don't be shy. Put these on. Trust me. It'll be fine.
Oh, I love those girls who wear glasses. Oh, I love those girls who wear shades. Oh, I love it when you wear glasses. You're the only girl for me. Listen. I love your glasses, it's really the way you wear them. Them girls next to you, it's really just no comparing. The way you dress them up or you wear them out on your errands. 2020 is great, but your 2040 is glaring. Glasses in your classes, lenses at your office job. I know they really ain't the reason why you extra small. When you put them on, I stare extra hard. And when you walk past, we all applaud. Like, oh my God, from a distance. Glasses too fresh, what are those? Prescriptions? And I don't even see how you ain't noticed. Yeah, you're bad now, but with them on, you the coldest. Gorgeous. Your whole style is impressive. Glasses match your shoes and your shades match your dresses. So let's stop with the games. Your fix is a work of art, and it's perfectly framed. Oh, I love those girls who wear glasses. Oh, I love those girls who wear shades. Oh, I love it when you wear glasses. You're the only girl for me.
Yeah. Now making eye contact with the contacts is lame. I think it's cute the way you hide behind your frame. Still a little insecure cause no one knows your name. Yet confident enough to put the windows on your plane. These windows on your brain are driving me insane. It's better than a fetish when you wipe away a stain. With the bottle of my t-shirt, cotton from your new skirt. The way you wear your specs is spectacular. Yeah. Oh my God, did I mention glasses so thick what you eating, girl? Encryptions. I be joking cause you goofy too. You try and play it cool like the girls up in the movie do. And secretly, I got the hots for the bookworms, miss. I gotta study for my midterm. Hollywood lenses turn you into a temptress. Now I just wanna be in the high side of your senses.
Contacts to me just don't compare, and people just don't see what I see. And it's all about those glasses you wear. So baby, keep your eyes on me. Oh, I love those girls that wear glasses. Oh, I love those girls that wear shades. Oh, I love it when you wear glasses. You're the only girl for me.
What? Come on,
Yeah.
man. Yo, that was
shout out to the Braille
fire.
Institute.
Shout out to the Braille Institute. Shout
real
out to
quick,
Stevie.
how did y'all get in touch with the Braille Institute, and what was that like? Real quick,
Stevie, real quick, tell him.
Real quick,
Stevie, let him
I
know.
was a teen consultant at the Braille Institute for roughly 4 years, and I had them come to a regional challenge where the kids who were blind and visually impaired actually did this competition. It was a different competition with like skills of like 4.
Yeah.
4 different skills. And so they came in, they performed there. The regional director seen them perform and was like, yo, Stevie, how did you set this up? We need to get them at like the annual big national challenge where people came all over from like Canada and
so that was
all over
a
the
national,
US.
That was a
national thing.
Wow.
Yeah, at the LA Braille Institute. And so we had people come all over. And they performed the big stage, and I got them connected. Najee came in, we had a big roundtable meeting, and yeah, the magic was made from there. I remember the guy who actually made the video. His name was Ryan. He was super cool. But yeah.
That's a beautiful video, man. Just seeing them kids smile like that. Music for your mental need to pay another visit over there, man. Sit down with them kids. That was amazing.
I think so.
Yeah.
Hats off to you guys. Y'all killed that.
That song never gets old.
So then, were you guys Dyles Mavis during that time?
Yes.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
I was
so you were
officially
Dyles
jammed
Mavis
up jelly type.
Yeah.
Gotta love that album.
That's why we gotta have another podcast.
Yeah.
Guys.
We're gonna have to have a part 3.
Part 2.
Part 3.
Part 3.
Hey, this is a 5-part series.
Okay, so
be a 5-part.
we got
This
8
is
minutes.
epic,
We got 8 minutes left. So man, so the next podcast, we're gonna get into some more brotherly love, open the table up, and really talk. But for this last 8 minutes, let's talk about some of your live shows. Y'all used to kill audience. Y'all used to like really do your thing. Give me some ideas of some spaces, some venues that you guys frequented. How did it feel as artists going out, performing, people buying your tickets, all of those things? Like, you guys, artists, and artists that even if it wasn't on a massive scale, it doesn't matter. You guys touched people. People still remember y'all's name. I'm sure you guys still see people today that is like, yo, Dyles Mavis. Like, you know what I'm saying? Give me a little bit of that. What was that like performing live? What are some of the venues you guys performed at?
Yeah. We won Battle of the Bands at this spot in Riverside called the Mission Tobacco Lounge. And that was huge. Like, we did I think we performed like maybe 3 or 4 on 4 different occasions just to like clutch the title. And like, to think back on it now, like, we had that spot like packed to the brim.
No, I'm talking about
Every time. Yeah.
And so like
I couldn't even get in.
Yeah.
Wow. I had to.
Wow.
Yeah. It was like the amount of love and support, man, it was like it was extraordinary. Like, it was,
100%.
yeah, it was dope. It was dope there. I don't know if you guys want to talk about, Howl at the Moon.
Oh yeah.
Howl at the Moon.
And,
Howl at the Moon.
Because you guys were there consistently. How long?
Man, like,
We was rocking like every Wednesday, sometimes every week, sometimes like first it started out like once a month, then we was like every other week, man. I remember we was in there rocking
for several years.
Like several years?
Several years. We were like king of the Wednesdays.
Wow.
Yeah. I will pull up on a random Wednesday and just listen to y'all. Like, I haven't been to a show. Like, I haven't been to all the shows. I would just like, yo, let me just go out and support. I would just pull up.
But did you guys ever have a fan that came to every show that was just on y'all every show? Did y'all ever have that?
It was me. I was the fan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every
faithful
Nice.
fans.
Yeah, we had a few. We had a few. They remain nameless, but let's just say, when I got married,
you know who you are.
coming.
We gotta shout out one particular show at Howl at the Moon, because I remember popping in there on Wednesdays and it was just kind of like cool. But I remember we rocked the show on a Wednesday night, man, and we packed the Wednesday out, and even to the point where I don't even know how this happened, but Too Short got invited to our show.
Oh,
and he
yeah.
sat in the front. and watched the whole set, and then he got on video and he like bigged us up and did like a whole little interview on what he thought about our show.
Do we get that queued up?
Boy.
Too short.
Short dog.
Hey, somebody pull that
Short
up.
dog. That was so hard.
Short dog.
Yeah. That's on. Yeah, you could look that up right now on YouTube. I think it's still up, man.
Still alive, yeah.
Yeah, it's still up.
Too short, man.
We got to play that one next one. Got to play that one next one.
Yeah, we're gonna
start. But it was just kind of cool, like that. But to answer like Haskell's question, it was kind of like it was cool to just be rocking shows and like being comfortable with just like always just continuously like honing the craft, you know. Because we got to a point where I feel like we were rocking shows every week, all the time. So it didn't like that Too Short situation wasn't like the first show we did. We rocked so many shows, and we got to a point like you were saying, like we actually had built a following.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
You know, so that's kind of like that's definitely like what I took from those days is like it takes hard work. It takes doing shows every week. It takes like rocking even if there's nobody there, but performing with the same energy, because maybe those people, I think what happens is when you bring that same energy every time, those same 5 people pull back up when it's 5 more people. And then it's 10 more. You know what I'm saying? So if you do that show with only 5 people, like you acting like you don't want to be there, then they not coming back.
Yeah, that's.
But if you go hard for every single crowd that you, any time you have, it don't matter if it's one person there, that person's gonna come back, no matter what. And 5 years later, now you got 200 people coming to the Mission Tobacco Lounge or whatever, you know.
So did y'all have a MySpace?
Yeah,
absolutely.
We still got it.
We still got it.
The MySpace is still up.
Still up.
Oh, I'm checking that tonight.
It's
MySpace.
/ Smokey J Smooth SMOOV.
Wow.
Still knows the link, y'all.
I gotta check the MySpace.
Come on, man. Don't play us. Dang.
Move. That was hey, Haskell, that was the group name before Just Us. I'm glad we changed it. Smokey J Smooth.
It was J Smooth.
Smokey J Smooth.
Are you serious? That was the name of the group?
I'm just kidding,
Nah,
man.
it was you playing, man. So Smoke, check it out. The last minutes of the show, we always give shouts out to people we love, business folks, whatever. So take this time, man. Give some shout outs to whoever you want to give a shout out to.
Oh man, bro, shout out. Well, for sure, off the gate, you got to shout out Music for Your Mental, man. I appreciate you guys having me on here. Y'all rocking. Haskell, Dyles Mavis, Alicia, like everybody on here is like, to me, accomplished. You know what I'm saying? S. Dot, Steve, y'all accomplished, man. And I'm proud to still be in y'all mix. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Shout out, bro. So I can't really think of, well, shout out my wife, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out the family.
Bree, Tug. I didn't even get to talk about fatherhood on here yet, man.
Man, that's what I'm saying. So many
that
parts.
changed my life. Shout out my kids, man. Oh man, it gets deep, man. And I've been able to. Over time, I've been trying to build this my Tree of Dreams music publishing company, my production company. So I was like, I gotta shout that out. You know what I mean?
Nice.
You know?
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna have you back, man. We're gonna have you back, bro. We shout you out. We thank you for who you are, man, what you're doing. You as a father, as a musician, a writer, a producer, just everything, man, what you're doing. We proud of you, and that's why we had you on the show.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, bro.
So you guys can find us at Music for Your Mental Health everywhere. Use our acronym. You can find us as well. Continue to follow our YouTube on Thursday nights. We go on live 8 to 9 every Thursday. And follow the journey, man. We getting deeper and deeper on this ship. We love y'all. Peace out.
Peace.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to everybody in the live.
Everybody in the live.
Anita, Ebony, everybody, Brielle.